We back, we back, we back. Hit that like button. What it is. G man, what it is, pimpin'. Man, happy 4th of July, man. Just trying to put some tags in the video real quick. Make gravy. Hey man, that's what they say, right? The table's always turned, man. Oh man, I thought it's got an order, y'all. God damn it. Did I? Shit. Yo, they say the table's always turned, man. Surviving Cassie coming soon. I already had to ride with me. Hold up. Fuck it, we live. Shipping slow as shit today for real. Yo, is people ready to see the Surviving Cassie? That motherfucker gonna be epic. If you thought Surviving R. Kelly was bad, wait till you see Surviving Cassie. Oh man, that shit. Hey, remember what the Indian guy said? We can't forget about him. You talking about graphic? That shit gonna be graphic. One and only. Hey, Cassie had to kick that bread out. All the money she got, she ready to lose it all in a blink of an eye. That's how it be though, yo. It's similar to like robbing. You know what I mean? Once you get money robbing, that money don't last long, man. That was a robbery, man. I don't know, yo. I ain't talked to my sources there. I've been ripping and running. Man, at work, I gotta run this call. I'm on. It's been slow all day for real, but I just got another call. I'm ready to hop on that. That's a great from FC Island. Yeah. You said what? Yeah, I was in the house most of the day for real. I put some food on the grill. But man, let me call you back. Hey yo, Surviving Cassie, y'all. Expect fireworks. Look, it's fireworks over here. That's how Surviving Cassie documentary gonna be. Let's see if they shoot some up. Shoot some up for Cassie. Nope, we can't. It's saying. Hey Jalen, get your goofy ass out of here, nigga. Before we put you in the motherfucking Diddy freak off. We handing out Diddy freak offs. So Diddy gave me authority to plan his next freak off event. I don't know. I don't know how many people knew that. But Diddy gave me authority to plan his next freak off event, man. That's how I was able to get TC Towels in there. We still waiting on her final response. She kind reneged on us, but she supposed to be coming back. Yeah. Hold up, though, y'all. Y'all got here from one of Cassie survivors, one of Cassie victims. I told y'all Cassie had victims. Niggas thought I was joking. Oh, man. Hello? 143. Yeah, I'm ready to do it now. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, so this ain't even no tow, so this gonna be quick, y'all. Depending on the car. Honda CRV. Hold up, though, y'all. This was down there. This was down there. Hold up. What the hat says.
Has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Who the brown hat says, man? I mean, the red hat. Oh, baby, y'all gotta hear Cassie survive. Hello? Alright, look, y'all. One of Cassie victims, a Cassie survivor, spoke out. Did y'all hear from the Cassie survivor? Y'all gotta hear what he had to say, man. Wild allegations, y'all. Cassie lied on the stand. Crazy wild stuff, y'all. You gotta hear it if you ain't heard it yet.
They flush my weed.
Man, I think they Bond. Fuck it is, nigga. Alright, look, y'all.
Did this to herself. She exposed herself to liability when she got.
A Cassie survivor speaking out.
Your idol did this to herself. She exposed herself to liability when she got on the stand and decided to mention me as the male escort who was with her when she overdosed and Diddy made her have sex with him. That was a lie, people. Cassie had just woke up from sleeping 8 hours. Myself and Sean Combs were exhausted. We wanted to go home. Cassie's the one who forced that sexual encounter. People, she tells you that Sean Combs made her have sex on her menstrual cycle. I can't speak for anyone else but myself. But I know the one time that did happen, that Sean Combs was not responsible for that. That Cassie, in a drunken, intoxicated, hormonally imbalanced state due to her period, manipulated and forced herself on me during her menstrual cycle.
Damn.
And what I mean by that is I had no knowledge.
She forced herself on him. That sounds like sexual assault to me. Hey, that sounds like sexual assault to me, y'all. I don't know what it sounds like to y'all, but when you talking about force, that man said he was forced, man. Hold up.
She got on the stand and decided to mention me as the male escort who was with her when she overdosed and didn't made her have sex with her. That was a lie, people. Cassie had just woke up from sleeping 8 hours. Myself and Sean Combs were exhausted. We wanted to go home. Cassie's the one who forced that sexual encounter. People, she tells you that Sean Combs made her have sex on her menstrual cycle. I can't speak for any. But I know the one time that did happen, that Sean Combs was not responsible for that. That Cassie, in a drunken, intoxicated, hormonally imbalanced state due to her period, manipulated and forced herself on me during her menstrual cycle. And what I mean by that is I had no knowledge she was on her menstrual cycle because the room was completely dark. She manipulated the room.
Yo, she dark room.
She wanted, and then she totally got up like I was the one who should have been grateful. You're on your period. That's disgusting, and I deserve more respect than that. Cassandra Ventura, your idol, did this to herself.
Motherfucker.
As a man down with a woman and forced myself on her and orgasmed in her and she got up and it was leaking out of her, guess what? I would have raped her. So by statute, by case law definition, Cassandra Ventura sexually assaulted me. I'm not looking to destroy Cassie. I've given Cassie more than a year to settle this before things got out of control. The problem is she's being supported by women like you who choose to attack male victims instead of accept the truth, which is that a woman could have lied to get revenge on the ex-boyfriend who broke her heart and hurt her. It happens, people. They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and that's true. If you hurt some women, they will do everything in their power. If you hurt some men, they'll do everything in their power to hurt you. But I want to end this by saying this. Cassie did this to herself. They say he who sets out on the course of revenge should dig 2 graves. People, Cassie dug the grave that is Clayton Howard herself. Cassie got on.
We gotta find the whole video, y'all. It's gonna be some more Cassie survivors coming out. Mark Gergo said she was a gangster. I believe him. I believe him, man. What it is? It's a new page. Hold up. Cassie victim. See if we can find her. Fuck the whole video at. Ain't on YouTube. Hey yo, hey real surviving Cassie coming soon. Make sure you tune in. It's gonna be streaming on Peacock. Streaming on Peacock, 10 o'clock Sunday. Make sure y'all tap in, man. It's gonna be crazy. All lies will be revealed. Yeah, the truth is gonna finally be exposed. Who was the aggressor? Diddy or Cassie? I'm ready to put it together. I need to get all the sex workers, and I'm ready to put together a documentary, Surviving Cassie. If anybody gonna do it, I need to do it. Straight up. I don't know if y'all new to the channel, but I can edit my motherfucking ass off. You hear me? I can make a documentary. Damn, y'all, where the fuck the whole video at? Say what, real? Shit gonna be crazy, y'all. I'm telling you. Never before heard from sex workers. You know what I mean? People that didn't even come to court. They're gonna be in the documentary. Tisha Towers gonna make a cameo. Yeah, man, we gotta get Tisa in there. That's a must. She's speaking on everything Diddy. Yeah, man, she's speaking on everything Diddy. We might as well get her in the Cassie documentary. That would be like highway robbery. Tisa Towers have been in every Diddy slander campaign. We got to put it in the Cassie one. Yeah, I seen that. His dumb ass. Yeah, I seen his dumb ass. I guess 4Extra fading days is over. Yeah, I mean, no more fades for 4Extra, man. God damn it. That shit go. Yo, 4Extra not being able to get no fades is like ending Diddy freak offs. Like, I don't know how he gonna take that. He might as well he fuck around just go back to jail. Fuck it. Like, shit, what else do I got to live for? We about to go back. Do another couple years. You know what I mean? Come back out. They get my hand in the joint. He sit there long enough. They give his ass a hand. They be giving legs and shit. I done seen hella niggas get legs in the joint. I'm sure they give him a hand. Catch like a 5-piece or something. That ain't something slight. That nigga be too excited, man. He be too excited. Excited blew his hand off. Probably was saying some gang shit, jumping all around. Not paying attention, forgot to lit that bitch. Just probably blew up in his hand. That shit look horrible too. Goddamn stop signs though. I'm trying to find the whole video, but this damn car, as soon as I touch my phone, that bitch be like distracted. Put the phone down, distracted. God damn. I be scared to drive with the phone in my hand in my own car, fuck around with this truck. I be thinking my car gonna start screaming distracted. For real. Damn, yo, Cassie, this ready to be a fall from grace. She just got 30 million. You know what I mean? In less than a year, now she ready to give it all back. Oh, fuck you get? That's what she get, yo. That's what the fuck she get. The people blaming Diddy. People out here blaming Diddy. Diddy getting sued too. I don't think. I mean, shit, he never know. Diddy might got some money to spend. One of the sex workers suing for $1 trillion. I don't even know how he even came up with that figure, but it's a hell of a number. Whoever put Cassie up to this shit is probably taking Cassie down too. You know, that's how you tie up loose ends. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna put her on Diddy. Shit ain't work, now we're gonna take her ass down. It's a dirty game, yo. You play in the mud, yo, expect to get dirty. Cassie played in the mud, so she ready to get dirty. Yeah, she played in the mud, man. She was out of line for that shit she did to Diddy, man. Ain't no way she supposed to testify on that man after she got 30 million out. Ain't no way. She supposed to say, nah, fuck no. You got 30 million. You good. You fall back. That's all Cassie was supposed to do is fall back. You got your 30-piece chicken McNugget. We shouldn't have heard from her nothing. Next time we seen Cassie, she's supposed to be on a motherfucking island some motherfucking way. Freaking off. But nope. Nope, that's not what she did. She wanted to be all on the stand. What the nigga Suge Knight say about Diddy? You know, if you ever watch the CEO all of the videos, yeah, I mean, dancing around and shit. Man, signed to death row. She's supposed to sign to death row, man. What's up, Major? If Cassie would have signed to death row, we wouldn't have heard none of that. Hey, Major, you heard about the new Surviving Cassie documentary coming out on Peacock, produced by Keeping G News. It's gonna be crazy, Major. Make sure you tap in. You ain't gonna want to miss this one. If you watch Surviving R. Kelly and you watch them Diddy documentaries, you do not want to miss Surviving Cassie. It's gonna be something like we've never seen before.
Reduce speed.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up. Brother Cassie, hold on. I'm trying to find a whole video. Trying a whole video. Ain't no goddamn stop signs on the street. Who would have that shit? Look, hold up. I tried to find a fucking whole video. Can't find the bitch. And this motherfucker right here. You gotta look straight to be able to use your phone in this bitch. So that motherfucker's gonna be on your ass. Hold on. Not this one. Alright, this one right here.
Is involved in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial.
That's so jam, bro.
So good morning. I am Dave, the man who has just sued Cassandra Ventura for damages involved in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. And I'm looking through social media and I see a lot of the women out there, particularly black women like myself, who choose to victim shame me and try to do everything they can to discredit me because
Yeah, we not victim shaming. Yeah, we ain't no victim shaming no more.
because the truth is that the loss of the
Now, remember I say we don't believe all victims, but for this right here, this is peculiar. Yeah, I mean, this is something different, man. Damn, wait, what the fuck they having over there? Fucking pay attention.
Sean Combs trial was a loss to the Me Too movement and to hating women like the women who are trying to insult me. So let me tell you something, you women out there who would like to insult me. This is my story. I was paid by Cassie, Cassandra Ventura, for 8 years to be her male provider. I didn't have to be the best looking guy. I was the best in bed. And because I was the best in bed, guess what? I was given this.
Like having fireworks or something. It's gonna be geeky, yo.
So good morning.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get to the rest of the video, but for some reason this phone just don't like to work properly.
So good morning. I am Dave, the man who has just sued Cassandra Ventura for damages involved in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. And I'm looking through social media and I see a lot of the women out there, particularly black women like myself, who choose to victim shame me and try to do everything they can to discredit me, because the truth is that the loss of the Sean Combs trial was a loss to the Me Too movement and to hating women like the women who are trying to insult me. So let me tell you something, you women out there who would like to insult me. This is my story. I was paid by Cassie, Cassandra Ventura, for 8 years to be her male provider. I didn't have to be the best looking guy. I was the best in bed. And because I was the best in bed, guess what? I was given this arrangement. I was coerced. I was drugged. I was manipulated with promises of money and gifts for over a period of 8 years to continue to be this woman's provider.
That shit don't sound right, do it? when you hear it said in reverse, that shit don't sound as appealing. Basically, what he's saying is the same shit that Cassie said Diddy did to her, she did to him.
At her expense and at the expense of Diddy. Now, at the time, legally, I didn't know my rights as well as I do now. I didn't create this conflict with Cassandra Ventura. She created it with me. She's the one who decided to bring up things that happened over 10 to 15 years ago to hold Sean Combs accountable for what was a partial truth. She's the person who introduced me to the U.S. Attorney's Office. She's the person who told the U.S. Attorney's Office about our relationship. So in essence, those out there who want to hate on me, who want to say that I'm attacking Cassie, you should realize the truth, that Cassandra Ventura, your idol, did this to herself. She exposed herself to liability when she got on the stand and decided to mention me as the male escort who was with her when she overdosed and Diddy made her have sex with him. That was a lie, people. Cassie had just woke up from sleeping 8 hours. Myself and Sean Combs were exhausted. We wanted to go home. Cassie's the one who forced that sexual encounter. People, she tells you that Sean Combs made her have sex on her menstrual cycle. I can't speak for anyone else but myself. But I know the one time that did happen, that Sean Combs was not responsible for that Cassie, in a drunken, intoxicated, hormonally imbalanced state due to her period, manipulated and forced herself on me during her menstrual cycle. And what I mean by that is I had no knowledge she was on her menstrual cycle because the room was completely dark. She manipulated the...
Dirty motherfucker. That is some nasty shit, Cass. You need to be ashamed of yourself. You sat there and tricked that man into having sex with her on her period. I knew she was nasty. I fucking knew it. The minute she dropped that lawsuit, I said, oh, this is a nasty motherfucker here. Nasty ass. That man, she dark room though. He woke up, he finished, and had blood all over. Oh my God, Cassie, come on now, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, Cassie. Yeah, we need that documentary ASAP, straight up. We need that bitch immediately.
She manipulated the environment to get what she wanted, and then she totally got up like I was the one who should have been grateful. You're on your period. That's disgusting, and I deserved more respect than that. As a man, if I had laid down with a woman and forced myself on her and orgasmed in her and she got up and it was leaking out of her, guess what? I would have raped her. So by statute, by case law definition, Cassandra Ventura sexually assaulted me. I'm not looking to destroy Cassie. I've given Cassie more than a year to settle this before things got out of control. The problem is she's being supported by women like you who would choose to attack male victims instead of accept the truth, which is that a woman could have lied to get revenge on the ex-boyfriend who broke her heart and hurt her. It happens, people. They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and that's true. If you hurt some women, they will do everything in their power. If you hurt some men, they'll do everything in their power to hurt you. But I want to end this by saying this. Cassie did this to herself. They say he who sets out on the course of revenge should dig 2 graves. People, Cassie dug the grave that is Clayton Howard herself. Cassie got on the stand trying to destroy Diddy. She should have took her $20-30 million and walked into the sunset, people.
I said that.
She should have...
Hey, he ain't lying. Hey, man, when you right, you right. Like, yo, that's what she should have did, man. She should have took the money and disappeared. But nope. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Now she ready to give all the money back. Man, they need to start filing frivolous ass lawsuits like how they did Diddy. 57 sex workers. It should be 57 lawsuits on Cassie, man. I'm calling for it. We ready to start a Cassie 1-800 Me Too hotline for Cassie.
Ever gotten on the stand and created further liability by for herself by telling more of the lie that she created to get this man.
Hold up, y'all. Gotta make sure I'm going the right way.
Down phone.
Hey, shut your ass up. I'm sick of you. He wasn't done. Now shut the fuck up.
Good morning. Can pay you that well. What you really have to do is you have to focus. People, Cassie dug the grave that is Clayton Howard herself. Cassie got on the stand trying to destroy Diddy. She should have took her $20-30 million and walked into the sunset, people. She should have never gotten on the stand and created further liability for herself by telling more of the lie that she created to get this man sent to prison for his life. She made a mistake when she got on the stand, people. She made a mistake when she got on the stand and lied about the events with Clayton Howard. Clayton Howard is a victim of Cassandra Ventura. Clayton Howard didn't ask to be in a relationship with Cassandra Ventura while she was sleeping with numerous men per week. I get it. You all think I was a nasty male prostitute sleeping with women, all different women all the time. It actually didn't work like that. To have certain types of people that can pay you that well, what you really have to do is you have to focus on people who are affluent. And affluent people don't engage in activities like that. So I might have had a client once a month. The truth is I was only a male escort for 2 years. I continued in the profession because Cassie and Diddy continued to pay me very well. And I was an ex-con. I needed money. I was trapped in a situation. I'll admit that. I didn't know what to do. But does that mean I should be victim shamed because the same thing that happened to women all the time happened to me as a man? No. And for those women out there, for you black women who choose to shame me as a black man for telling my truth, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's really pretty much all I have to say. You will not see me too much in the media. I don't need the public to believe me. I just need a jury of my peers and 12 people to believe me in a court. And thanks to the testimony of Cassie during the trial of Sean Combs, I have that. Thank you for watching. Stop victim.
Hey, I believe our victims, yo. Bring it back, believe our victims. Hey, I know I said for weeks that we don't believe our victims. I changed my mind. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do, y'all. Yeah, we believe our victims again, man. Make victims great again, man. It's like, only reason, like he said,
Shamans. Thank you.
only reason his shit believable is because she testified to it. Now, if they put the hotline together, and it be 150 new claims on it, then we gotta start questioning. But she testified to this. She testified to this, man. Roll. Hey, yo, straight up, yo, we ready to start Me Too movement. Hashtag Me Too. Yeah, man. Yo, as we gotta put together a hotline. Well, you a victim of Cassie. Cassie has been known to frequent freak-offs and plan and strategize freak-offs for nearly a decade. If you as a victim, call 1-800-ME-TOO. For compensation. Yeah, man, 1-800-ME-TOO for compensation. If you ever came in contact with Cassie, it wouldn't matter if she waved, winked, smiled. Let us know you might be a victim of sexual assault. Just might. You know, she vicious with it. That smile can turn to something else real fast. Fuck around with Cassie, freaky ass. Road. I can't even see it. Hold up. What kind of car this is? Now, what y'all think though? Y'all think he got a case? Will there be more victims? More eager to speak out? You're the same people that were saying believe all victims, they need to keep that same energy. Don't get quiet now. You believed all victims yesterday. You feel me? Yeah, that be hypocrisy in people, man. Yesterday you believed all victims. Now this nigga lying. Nope. Keep believing all victims. Well, I don't say that. All right. Keep that same energy, man. I ain't gonna lie. So far, there was 2 lawsuits out on Cassie, y'all. I would expect more. I mean, we should at least get 50. But she was freaking out. Nasty ass. Out here fucking strays. Little nasty ass. Then try to blame Diddy. Yo, matter of fact, yo, I'm starting to think, yo, that Cassie's the one that came up with the free card. Yo, what if the free cards wasn't Diddy's idea? Yo, what if Cassie, yeah, ain't nobody never think about this. What if Cassie turned Diddy out? What if Cassie actually introduced Diddy to the free cards, yo? Like, yo, we might have been wrong the whole time. We thinking that Diddy showed her the way. Nope. I think it was Cassie, y'all. I think it was Cassie. I think Cassie introduced Wild King Nights and led the hotel nights. That's probably why Diddy was so mad. Like, how the fuck you gonna open my eyes up to this way of living, and then you just gonna disappear? You gonna take that shit to motherfucking Yo, why this shit always do this? You gonna take that shit to Kid Cudi? This shit took me to the wrong spot, yo. It's 1500 baht. Why the fuck this shit keep taking me to the 1500 baht? I could have sworn this shit said 18 something.
Hello.
Yo, what's the address?
You're right in front of it. I'm walking out right now.
I'm in front of it?
Parking lot.
Is it that parking lot right here?
Yeah. I'm walking out.
Alright. There you go. Must be this car right here. This car right here. Alright, y'all, give me a minute. Of course, he got a case. If he's in lawsuit, which anyway. Yeah, he got a case. He was in a trial. But yeah, let me knock this out real quick. This shit take about. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. How long you been locked out?
About 3 hours now.
For real?
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to, I'm at work right now.
Oh, okay. So
But, like, I got here and then I realized I went inside and I was like, oh. So,
Damn.
it took like 5 seconds.
Alright. Alright, we back. Oh, you did? That's my aunt right there, man. Where y'all was at? You know? We was talking about Dion, you was watching that Diddy trial? You know, they ready to do a Surviving Cassie documentary. It's gonna be on all platforms. I think they're gonna stream it live on Twitch. I think they're gonna stream it live on Twitch too. It's gonna be crazy, man. It might be the biggest thing this year. Matter of fact, they talking about it might rival the Super Bowl. Like when it come out in the numbers, they say it might rival the Super Bowl. Now look, that I didn't say that. That's what they saying. So you know, take that with a grain of salt. What the fuck? Why is it doing this? That's right. None of that shit I just posted. Shit. How did I get this? That's right. None of that shit I posted is in the feed. That's why I kept getting. That's why shit kept giving me error codes. I think I'm ready to ride back to my house for real. I think I'm closer home than I am to work. What time is it? 9:56. So before I should have blew his hand off. That's crazy as a motherfucker, man. Nigga done blew his hand off this bitch. I'm going home. I'm only 16 minutes away. "16 minutes away." Well, it depends. What the next? If I got something else after this, which I probably don't. Doubt it. Shit been slow all day for real. You don't even want to come in this bitch. Be honest. Be totally honest. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers see me coming out. Do nothing stupid. No, I need somebody that's gonna do something stupid. They always do. Motherfucker, see you coming out and just keep going. Doing good and goddamn well. Stupid motherfuckers, man. Now, if I was to put this bed out, yo, goddamn, y'all. These niggas dumb, y'all. Motherfuckers, man. Now, if there's a running TV, then they be mad as a bitch. Cause that shit gonna total that car. This bitch all metal. Yeah, fucking house. Yeah, what else going on in the world, man? I seen Lil Woody snitching ass got locked up for being dumb. Shit, I think they should have locked up everybody there. If they was gonna lock up Woody, they should have just locked up everybody for hanging with him. Like, niggas need to stop being arrested for hanging with yo, man. That should be against the Constitution. It should be a federal law. Stay the fuck away from Woody. Untrustworthy. Put you in a trick bag. Deal with those type guys, man. Those type guys, those type guys dangerous, man. It's up to the best about 11 o'clock. Sit home about 11 o'clock. Take my ass to work. Leave out. By the time I get to work, it should be about 11:30. What the fuck? That ain't the right way to go. That bitch tripping. I need to use GPS everywhere I go out this bitch. Yo, what's up with y'all? Y'all dry shit tonight, man. Hold up, man. Shit, my chat froze or something. What's going on, man? Reagan Station, I don't. Else on YouTube. My man Byron Blake still exposing 1090 Jake. That nigga on 1090 Jake exposed 75. I told him he need to start numbering them bitches. 1090 Jake exposed 366. That way, if somebody new to the channel, they can go back and watch all 366 of them bitches.
Wire trimming heads. It's universal. It's going to fit any weed eater. They have different size leaves on it. On today's episode of 1090 Jake Exposed, we will be breaking down how 1090 Jake used cleaning up his image and denouncing all affiliations as a method of avoiding accountability for snitching on all these people and lying about it for all these years. Now, originally, I believe that Jake sought out to expose everybody and label all of these other people's snitches so that in the event that someone came for him based on the things that he had done, he would have multiple examples to throw at people and attempt to justify what he had done. At the same time, I believe that after so long, Jake started to realize that people weren't even actually able to connect the dots to actually demonstrate how he was snitching. There were multiple different times where people called him a snitch and they would show up with, like the instance where the window got shot out with a BB gun and he was saying, oh, I just gave them a phony description of some people. I actually did it myself and I just made up some people. He had an explanation for every single time. And I think that as more time went by and those explanations were flying, people were accepting them, he started to feel like, well, damn, I got this. They're not going to be able to get me. And that's what made him get more comfortable in his gangbanger image. It was like, okay, at first he was playing the gang member who turned activist. And then once he realized that, hey, people not catching on to me, he started just going full gangbanger. When the grievance paperwork first dropped, 1090 tried it again. He attempted to talk his way out of that situation by generalizing the definition of grievance and placing his grievance within that definition. 1090 Jake would do things like go to people and say, oh, they trying to say filing a grievance on the COs is snitching. And he would ask somebody like Lil Reese or, somebody that people consider to be a real street guy who also has history with Department of Corrections. And, oh, they trying to say a grievance is snitching. And people were, no, a grievance, that ain't snitching.
Man, I did a whole video back then calling him a rat. That shit, that grievance was definitely snitching. He implicated other inmates. I've been calling tonight Jake a rat for a while. Ever since I seen that video when he went to the news, I said, yeah, he a snitch. I got a whole video on it. I think that bitch did about 10,000 views. I go, he's definitely a rat. Ain't no way he went to the news and that shit ain't caused no issues. That was damn near impossible. Like when he was selling that shit to the people, I'm like, man, y'all believe that dumbass shit if you want. That man went to the news, man, and told the world that it was contraband in Florida jails and the COs is bringing it in. Like, nigga, shit. They investigating, they raiding cells, they locking up COs, they locking up inmates home, they locking up inmates that just got released. Yo, they don't play that shit, man. And he did that intentionally. Shit wasn't about no mistake. He knew exactly what it was when he did it.
Distracted.
Yo, come the fuck on, y'all. God damn.
What were you thinking for salary?
What were you thinking for salary?
Well, what were you thinking about salary?
What were you thinking?
Hey, if your partner is being secretive with their phone, you need to do this now. Most people...
Oh, they trying to say a grievance is snitching. And people were, no, a grievance, that ain't snitching. That's just a complaint against, But what people failed to miss was that the grievance was not entirely about witnessing COs beat other inmates. He tried to convince us of that. He tried to make it sound like the grievance was strictly about the COs beating on these other inmates.
What's up, kid?
Punch
flipped by the police, what do? They complain, right? Yeah. They say something, everybody starts marching around and fucking boycotting and tearing shit up. Anytime something happens with the police. So I said something about 2 other black motherfuckers getting beat by the police. I didn't even get beat. I said something on face, right? Yeah. Now what you just heard was Jake attempting to explain why he wrote the grievance. He's attempting to justify writing the grievance by saying that he wrote the grievance because he saw 2 officers beating 2 other inmates and he wanted to speak up. He didn't feel that that was right. I, on the other hand, believe that Jake wrote this grievance because he wanted to get out of trouble for this fight that happened with Jimmy. He felt like he didn't do anything and he wanted to play victim. He wanted to say
He wanted to get removed. Yo, whenever you write a grievance saying that COs is threatening you, they gotta remove you. That's what it was. That's what 1090 Jake did. Anytime 1090 Jake got sent to lockup, he wrote grievances on people so he can get sent out to jail. Like, the niggas, that's why I call him the grievance king, right? 1090 Jake, the grievance king. He probably wrote 40 grievances, y'all, since he was incarcerated for 2 years.
hey, I got assaulted, I was hurt, I didn't do anything, and in order to get that point across and potentially get out of this situation, he had to find some way to make these guards not be believable, because the guards were saying he and Jimmy were fighting each other. They were hitting each other. So in his mind, Jake conjured up a plan to destroy the credibility of these officers. It's like he attempts to do with YouTubers when they call them out and expose them. Or if he doesn't like a person, he attempts to use his YouTube platform to destroy their credibility. Jake tried to destroy the credibility of these officers by writing the warden and accusing these officers of beating other inmates. Of course, this plan didn't go the way he thought it would, because just like I believe he's doing now, he was lying back then. The story was all over the place. And if you listen to Jake talk about this situation, he's still all over the place, which is why I believe he's not responding. For example, Jake is claiming that he wrote this grievance because these 2 officers beat these other inmates and he was speaking up on their behalf. If that were the case, he could have just wrote the grievance and said, hey, your officers are abusing inmates. I was here when I saw this situation happen, whatever. Instead, he leads the grievance off with the words, I was sitting on my bunk when inmate Jimmy Horry assaulted me. So that leads you to the purpose of the grievance. It starts off with, okay, I'm going to tell you about these officers and what they were doing, but the reason I'm telling you this is because I got assaulted by this guy and they didn't do anything. They took me to the hole too. Now, while Jake is trying to get people on his side and rally the troops, he tries to pull the activist card. And, you know, a lot of people feel like he targets black people. So it was a lot of black people on his trail about being a snitch. And he attempted to play to the black audience by saying, hey, they were beating these black guys and I wrote them up for that. But if you take a look at the grievance, then you will see that Jake actually claimed that he was threatened. Jake claims that the officers took he and these other 2 inmates back to the back, 4 inmates total, and they beat 2 of the guys and told the other 2 guys, you better write down what I say happened or I'll beat you and you'll have to go to the hospital. The very next line after that is, I was then forced to write that I was assaulted and fought back in self-defense, which is untrue. Officer Corey, who wrote me 2 DRs, lied in both statements. This is a perfect example of Jake telling so many lies that he doesn't even remember what's going on. Because he's saying that he was forced to write that he was assaulted and fought back in self-defense by these officers. But if you look at Jake's actual witness statement, what he wrote was that he was sitting on his bunk.
Being the bitch. Motherfucker slap the shit out of him.
Sitting on his bunk, and he was attacked. He was hit twice in the head with a rock in the sock, and he balled up and waited for the officers to come in. So right there, Jake has demonstrated that he will lie. And the warden was probably looking at this like, what is this kid talking about? He was forced to write that he fought back when the actual paper says he didn't. The actual statement that he wrote says, I got hit in the head and balled up and waited for the officers to come. Further disproving that is the fact that the other inmates who Jake accused these officers of beating were interviewed on Tallahassee and started an investigation. If he's not released from confinement, he's being threatened. He has close management pending based on something that he never did, and that's what I think he was trying to avoid. Jake really wanted to avoid being placed on close management, so he was just pulling out all the stops. But the key thing is he started the grievance off talking about how he was assaulted and didn't do anything. He fills up the middle with accusations to discredit these officers and make them sound like bad people. And then he ends it with, hey, I was assaulted. I didn't do anything. I'm in trouble for no reason. I need to get out of here. So it's obvious that his purpose for writing this grievance was not just to report what he had allegedly seen, but also an attempt to get himself out of trouble. Like I said earlier, there's just too many holes in the grievance. You're claiming that they forced you to write a statement admitting to the fight, but then when they get your actual statement, you not even admitting to the fight. You still playing victim, saying, hey, I didn't do anything. And you even listed a witness. So that doesn't align with officers beating other guys and making all of you write statements to incriminate yourself. The actual statement doesn't align with the theory you gave of how you got to the point of writing a statement. I'm saying all of this to say that from what I've seen, when Jake is in the hot seat, he will create a narrative and he will try to play on people's intelligence and emotions.
Jake a line sack of shit. One and only what it is. Yeah, he was, man. He said tonight Jake was treated like a punk in prison. I ain't never see who was like that. Didn't have anyone cracked him up. Yeah. Yeah, he was, yo. I think he might have been somebody boyfriend for real. You know, this is that's just my opinion. You know, based off some of the things that he said. Based off some of the things that he said, yo. And how he talks about other inmates. Yeah, man. He's letting people put blood in his mouth. Like, yo, you don't let nobody put blood in your mouth. I don't give a fuck where you at. Jail, streets. Only time you said blood in your mouth was at the dentist, man. Only time. What's up, shorty? In the area again, man. I still got another 2 hours before I get off work. Hold on, we ready to go back. I still got another 2 hours before I get off work. Oh, shit. Hey, Sean, is that grill still on? Still some heat coming from that motherfucker?
to avoid having to
We ready to go back, y'all. Shit. Yeah, you right. Yo, when I did a video calling out Tampa for vouching for 1090J, a Tampa blood called me. Like, yo, what the fuck, yo, did it? I forgot what you said. He was bad as shit. I said, yo, god damn, calm down, bro. Y'all the one vouching for the rat. Y'all want vouching for him, I would never put y'all in it. You know what I mean? If you never vouch for him, I'd have never put him in it. How that shit go? You stand with him, you fall with him. So being so they was standing with him. Being so they was standing with him, they had to fall with him. Shit. Yo, y'all wanna come outside, yo? Y'all get on my goddamn nerve. Go ahead, go. Get out. Come on, get out. Yeah, so that's what that shit was. Hey Bird, shut the bitch ass up. Your name Bird. Enough said. Name fucking Bird. Which one? It's the best way. We're gonna finish watching that shit. Hey, come on, what the fuck? Move. What y'all running around me for? There's goddamn fire roofs everywhere. Damn. I don't know what the fuck that shit means, brother. Look, look what we got. Tisa Tells. Look like she fresh off a freak off. I ain't left the goddamn thing open. I had some chicken I had to put on the grill, but I ain't even got no more fucking coal.
but to avoid having to answer for his wrongdoings or something that he may have done that was out of the character that he has created for himself. Jake is now attempting to convince people that he's changed, he's turned his life around, he's no longer banging, and all of these other different things simply because he wants to avoid having to answer for snitching on all of these people. He snitched on multiple correctional officers, multiple different gangs. There were probably 3 or 4 federal investigations that stemmed from information that was uncovered because Jake decided to go on the news and play activist. Now, he claimed that the inmates sent him the videos so they could get the information out there. They wanted to stop this drug operation. They could have did that on their own, but whatever. That's another attempt at playing on the people's intelligence. Just like he said, oh, well, I wrote the grievance because they beat the other guys, not me. Oh, you wrote the grievance because you wanted to get yourself out of trouble. You trying to convince us that you went on the news and told because you were trying to help these inmates get the word out who have cell phones and could call anybody or send the information to their family, anybody. In reality, you went on the news and did this because you were trying to grow your channel. You wanted to expand your channel. You wanted clout and attention. And so you went and snitched on a bunch of people to get it. Now that this information has been uncovered, now that you can no longer lie and say no officers were arrested or no prisons were shaken down, now that we have all of this information, you don't have an explanation for it. You want to just stop. Okay, I don't bang no more. I'm not exposing people no more. I'm not doing this no more. You're making it sound like you changed your life around. So you have an excuse to not answer these questions or to not respond. Any other time this dude has been called a snitch, he's came back with a 30-minute video breaking down how these guys are lying on me. You shouldn't listen to them. Cancel their whole brand. This time around, his approach is, man, I'm 30 years old. I'm too old. You just look back and you see stuff ain't what it is. And I got more money than these guys and they dirty. He got every excuse in the world for why he wants to separate himself from these people and, be more positive. He's on a more positive trip. All of this is a facade. And Jake gave us a look into his mind without even knowing that he did it. Jake talked all of this positive stuff. Gang banging is stupid. You over 30 years old is not cool. It was cool while I was in jail, but it's not cool on the streets. He had a million excuses and explanations and justifications. Now let me tell you why it's not acceptable. 1090 Jake went on this interview with Bootleg Kev and basically trashed his own gang and trashed gang banging in general, right? He goes on there and, he denounces his affiliation. And this is, I believe, all a result of all of the information that has come out about him in the months prior to that interview. But just 1 week after this, he goes and does a video on Larry Hoover calling him a snitch based off of a newspaper article, even though he thinks we shouldn't call him a snitch based off his news interview. But he calls Larry Hoover a snitch based off of a newspaper article. But the weirdness doesn't stop there. Listen to what he says during that video.
Skip the rental counter with Turo. Rent just about any car, just about anywhere.
They do it. I don't know where it came from. But I looked into it, and yes, I found multiple articles detailing what took place. And that's what happened. Larry Hoover got shot on his first day of school. He's most likely a senior since he was 18. 2 rival gang members walked into school and shot him out front of the principal's office. That's some gangster shit. If this doesn't make you look at Chicago like, holy fuck, it's been like that forever. This was in the 60s. They're walking in schools with guns and popping off in the fucking hallway. This shit was like that in the 60s. He got hit with a 32, which is probably why he survived.
Yes, you heard it right. The same guy who said that gang banging is stupid and all of this other stuff just said 7 days later that a school shooting was gangster. Just think about that. Let that sit on your brain and think about it. The same guy who is telling you gang banging is stupid, is for kids, it makes sense in prison, not on the streets, all of this other stuff he has against gang banging. But then he goes on to say that a school shooting is gangster. That's gangster. Like, you have to read between the lines and see what these people are really up to. Jake only said all of that politically correct stuff about gang banging at that moment because he was trying to deflect. He wanted to find a way to get from under the accusations and get from under the questions. So many people questioning him and trying to force him to answer these allegations. He needed a way to get out of that. So he just like, okay, I'm done doing snitch videos. And that was when the grievance first dropped. He said he's done doing snitch videos. The pressure stayed on. Now he just done banging. I don't bang no more. I'm cool. Them guys broke. I got more money than them. Then he turns around and gives you a look into his real thought process. And his real thought process is that school shootings are gangster. Think about all of the people and the families that have lost people and teachers and children that have lost their life in situations like this. And then you say it's gangster on your platform, but then you go on the news and try to expose contraband issues and claiming that the system is corrupt and all of this other stuff. To me, that demonstrates that Jake will say anything in the moment. Whoever he's around, whatever agenda he's trying to push at that time, he's going to say whatever needs to be said. But if you ask me if he actually believed those things, I would say no. I believe that Jake's true mind frame is what he just said. School shootings are gangster. Like many, I believe that he is fascinated with gangs, gang culture, and shootings, and drills, and just like a lot of these young kids are. But also like a lot of these young kids, Jake doesn't want to deal with the consequences of living that lifestyle. He doesn't want to deal with the consequences of exposing everybody for being a snitch while claiming he's an active gangbanger, only to be, exposed as a snitch himself. He doesn't want to have to answer any of these allegations. There is no explanation. How do you explain defending yourself from a snitching allegation by saying no officers got arrested? He doesn't deny doing the interview or what his intentions were with doing the interview, but he claims no officers were arrested. If you look at your screen right there, it says affidavit complaint. That's the complaint against just one of the officers who was arrested. So how do you explain that? No officers were arrested, and then somebody pulls out the paperwork. He has no excuse. So the only thing left for him to do was just turn his back on everybody. He hoped that it would die down, and then he would be able to double back with, his regular program. Oh, Larry Hoover snitched. Here go the paperwork, but it's a news article. That's still hilarious to me. And I'm not GD or nothing. It's just that is hilarious. Jake really, really thought he was, going for a big fish, and he failed with that one. But so much was revealed in that moment, and I want to say, man, before I get out of here, that I send my love to all of the parents affected by school shootings, all of the students affected by school shootings, the children affected by school shootings. Man, that's not gangster at all.
No,
that's
ain't
not
gangster.
Cool at
The
all.
fuck is that?
And for a dude to say something like that, that just shows you how goofy he really is. This is all a game to him. It's all just a weird fascination with gang banging and being real. It's some type of mental illness, maybe. It started when he was a child, obviously, because he comes from this good family, yet he wants to be a gang member. At least up until it's time to actually do gang member stuff. Like going to the hole because you were participating in a gang war in prison. Even if you weren't the one who hit the other guy, it was your gang that did it. If the other gang decided to attack you instead of attacking your homie, that's what comes with it. We all in the gang, we all in the war. Going to the hole and writing the warden and telling on all of these different people, you told on like 3 or 4 different people.
That's dirty work, 1090. That's dirty work, 1090. Let's see what the fuck. 4 extra blows his hand off.
Avenue, nigga. If you know, then you know. On Vernon Avenue, if you know, then you know.
I told you, I knew he was too excited. You gotta calm yourself down when you fuck with them big fireworks, short. I mean, it's directions on them bitches. This nigga probably went in that motherfucker head first.
Vernon Ave, if you know, then you know. On Vernon Ave, if you know, then you know. And you know, then you know. I'm about to blow somebody else up tonight. I'm about to blow somebody else up. I'm gonna throw this motherfucker, I'm about to blow somebody else up. I don't know who else I'm gonna blow up, but I'm blowing somebody else up. On Vernon Avenue, I'm blowing something up. Yeah, Vernon Avenue, nigga. You see this motherfucker? Vernon Ave. Fucking nigga mean I'm blowing something up today, nigga. Told a nigga, stop playing on Vernon Ave, nigga. Vernon Avenue. I'm gonna blow a nigga up. Fuck wrong with a nigga. Dead homies, nigga. It's the fourth, I'm gonna blow a nigga up. Who nigga blowing up today, nigga? Fuck wrong with a nigga off the back, I'm blowing a nigga up. Stop playing CDs, nigga. I'm throwing them in your house. I'm throwing them at you, nigga. Vernon Avenue, nigga, off the back. I'm blowing your ass up. I'm blowing somebody up today off the back.
Look like he blew his motherfucking hand up. That's what it looks like. Now the Crip cop spoke on this. Six what the dude scans in Los Angeles called him? Loves Boys, Christopher Loves Boys. That's the nigga called. See what Christopher Loves Boys had to say.
Well, happy 4th of July. With some good times and some bad times for some people. So Webster blew his hand off today. Seen that? He was already viral. He about to go viral today. It's like, it's funny, but it ain't. Niggas gonna either stop messing with the fireworks, or they're gonna have a long lighter stick like this, like back in the day, you'd be scared like trying to light it. That's what it's gonna be like. Let me tell y'all something else. They said when they lit it, it didn't do the. They said as soon as they lit it, just blew up. They said as soon as he lit it, it just blew up. It wasn't no. Wow. No. They said as soon as they lit it, it just went boom. I'm in the house. That's crazy, bro. Well, happy 4th of July. With some good times and some bad times for some people. So Webster blew his hand off today. Seen that? He was already viral. He about to go viral today. It's like, it's funny, but it ain't. Niggas gonna either stop messing with the fireworks, or they're gonna have a long lighter stick like this, like back in the day, you'd be scared like trying to light it. That's what it's gonna be like. Let me tell y'all something else. They said when they lit it, it didn't do the. They said as soon as they lit it, just blew up.
And they said as soon as he lit it, it just blew up. It wasn't no wow. No. They said as soon as they lit it, it just went boom. I'm in the house.
That's fucked up.
That's crazy, bro. Well, happy 4th of July.
That's damn bad, man. He loves boys. That's his name. That man called that boy Christopher Loves Boys, man. Like, that shit is hilarious. Let's check out Scandalous. I think he dropped something yesterday, the day before. Oh, let's check out Lil Rod. Let's try to listen to his punk ass. His lying ass.
On her nose, and you saying the fact that it's not fixed tells me, well, he's not fucking her, but he fucked her for the sake of having the power over her. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of the ones you like fuck like every 6 months type shit. You just got the reminder dick, like just give it a reminder dick to keep her on the squad. The reminder dick,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everywhere he went, she was there.
Yeah.
She was everywhere.
Do you feel like she was had an undying loyalty towards him?
Yeah. So, for example, like, which is weird to me, on the yacht.
Mm-hmm. She's on the yacht too?
Yeah. I had a room. She had a room. The twins had a room, and the other Chan stayed in with her mother, and Dana had a room. And
what about Young Miami?
She stayed in the room with him.
Oh, so Dana was
the kids stayed off the boat. They stayed somewhere. I'm like, why am I privy to be on this motherfucking boat?
Yeah. You couldn't bring a girl? You couldn't bring a girl like pipe down?
I can have, bro. I could have had anybody I wanted to come onto the yacht.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm still looking at it like,
yo, get out of there.
Why do I have a room on this yacht?
Maybe he looks at you as the guy to make music with quickly. Like, yo, you're a one-stop production, as you would say, right?
Okay. I'm a one-stop shop for sure, but I'm just saying. The point is, like, the houses that we had on land, it wouldn't have took us no more than 15 minutes to get to. It could be quick. It could be 5-10 minutes, just to, depending on how fast you move it, bro. So I don't think that it was necessary for me to have to stay on. Now, granted, I was grateful to be on it, but now just looking back, it's like, dang, you look back. And be clear, Tyrone was the one who made me look back and see everything different, bro. He took things with he looked at things with a different eye. And it's very.
It wasn't your therapist, it was your lawyer?
Listen, I'm talking about Tyrone made me look back at everything that happened from a day to day, which is how we came up with this lawsuit. Because, I don't live in the legal realm knowing that if you do this or do that, this is illegal, you knew that. We know some things, obviously, like, if you punch somebody, you can go to jail for that as assault. But it's a lot of things I don't know. So I went with him from day one. All right, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened. He's like, you have a lawsuit. This is a different lawsuit.
Hey, as we speak about that, in the lawsuit, as I read it, you open yourself up to some criminal exposure. And then I do want to talk about you meeting with the feds, because here's the thing. You basically admitted that you were soliciting prostitutes, or basically prostitutes at Booby Trap, for Diddy, right? Like, you, under his direction, but you went there, said, we got some bread for y'all. Y'all come back.
Anything that's mentioned in a lawsuit is what they call an admission of guilt.
Okay.
And so when I sat down and with the feds to talk about that,
let's set the stage. How did the feds contact you? Did they show up to your door? Did they tell your lawyer? How did that initial thing happen? And through your publicist, I heard you met with them 5 times. Detail this entire process for me.
Yeah. So they reach out to the attorney. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, we set up a time and a place. And that day, the time and the place, was, for example, was supposed to be maybe a Tuesday for 4 hours. And that went on from a 4-day Tuesday, a 4-day Wednesday, a 4-day Thursday, and a 4-day Friday. You know what I'm saying? And it was just because it was so much that they had to go through.
Were you clear with what they were trying to get? Like, because, we've now known that they were trying to at least proceed with an investigation, but what they used you for was the substance of a affidavit and an application for a search warrant, which did get granted, which they in fact did do a raid and a search on 2 Star Island. Did you know that that's what they were trying to do? Were they asking you a certain question like, bro, but where the fuck is the baby oil though? Now I'm saying, what question? Like, yo, bro, fuck what you talking about. We don't want to know where the piano's at. Where the Astroglide at, gang? What were they asking you, bro? We got to figure it out.
Well, here's the thing. It's illegal. But let me take a different approach.
Come on, man. You got to give it up, bro, man. You a big act, man. Come on, man. Pause. You got to, come on, man. What the fuck were they asking you, man? You got to double down. You told me you're going to double down. Don't start backtracking now. We not talking about the case. We talking about the fair shit now.
They pretty much asked me about everything within the scope of the lawsuit, but while I'm in agreement, I had to just give him everything else, especially if my hand was in some things unknowingly that I could be incriminated. It's like, bro, you got one chance now to tell everything.
Did they give you any immunity?
Yeah, I had immunity for whatever
you told in that session. It was a proffered
admission of guilt. That's what I'm saying. His admission of guilt was like, bang, bang, bang. Look, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened.
So you either possessing drugs or whatever. Like you're clear for that as long as you admit that. Hey, I was doing it for him, and you told them, and you were truthful then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you tell them where the baby oil was, bro? Be honest.
Listen, I told them everything.
So you you knew where the baby oil was stored.
Bro, baby oil is just a small piece of everything else that never seen a day of light in court.
So tell me what you told them. You told me the guns is at.
Was it there?
It was. They got it. So did you tell them?
Did I tell them about the drug mule? I told them about the fanny pack.
Okay, but did you tell them location? I want because again, I have seen all the exhibits. They found.
I took a piece of paper.
Yes, you drew it.
I drew out every outline of the house where everything you could think of is.
You did like Picasso, man. This nigga's on some shit, man. This nigga said, yo, hold on. Right here, you go up in here, that's Justin's room. He ain't got shit going on in there. He just watching LeBron all day. You go in the other room, that's where the baby oil's at.
Let me ask you something, bro. Put yourself in Diddy's shoes.
Yeah.
What would he be doing? If he was me in that room with them, what would he be doing?
He be telling the truth. He be telling the truth,
right? So understand, bro. Like my fight with him was already unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? It was already unbalanced. Listen, be clear, bro. Like I grew up in church, but I also grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've never sat down in front. Listen, I got friends that's police, etc., but I don't really rock with the popos. I've been a victim my life, all my life, of the police just targeting me in any type of way. You know what I'm saying? So this here had to be done, bro.
Hey,
it had to be done, bro.
Did you know where, for example, the locations of where Diddy used to store drugs? And you mentioned like Tusi. You knew where those would normally be in the house.
Bro, if you went to his house right now, let's just say all this wasn't happening.
All right, so if I go to Star Island, where could I get to the Tusi draw? Where?
If you go to his house, they're gonna ask you what are you here for.
I'm here to make some music.
If I go to his house,
okay,
they're gonna buzz me in.
Okay.
And if you come to the house and you standing outside, I'm gonna say yes, he's cool. Let academics in.
Oh, so you had access.
That's the type of assets that I had in that house. All of the houses, all the properties, bro. You know what I'm saying? So while Stevie J wants to say, oh, he's just an engineer, no, bro. Far from an engineer. He introduced me as his production partner. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna lie to you, I did speak to it, and I don't know if he'll come on record and say it. I spoke to Brendan Paul. He said Lil Rod snitched on me. He said basically he was doing his thing. He was a former basketball player. He said, why the hell, if Diddy owe you money, why are you bringing up his name, talking about he carried the drugs? He said you a snitch. What do you say to him?
I'm gonna bring him on the show. We'll talk about it.
What's your relationship with him, or was it your relationship with him? Because you labeled him as a drug mule. The government tried to use him as a drug mule in a trial.
My first day meeting him, he fired himself. He didn't know it, but I saved him. He did something like got into it with one of the camera guys who was there much longer. He was a young guy, so he don't know what he said. It was very, very disrespectful, and he was getting ready to go get fired, and I stepped in, and I settled it down. You know what I'm saying? And what happened was, as time, because speaking of him, like, he was a plant. That's what people, he's not going to tell you that. His manager was some type of connection to Diddy, and once I get it, the same managers, now listen, I don't want them coming at me, bro. I ain't got that type of security, but anyway, some managers put Brendan Paul in there.
Oh, you think he was a plant?
He was for sure a plant.
So you don't believe...
Brendan told me himself. You know what I'm saying? So he's a plant. He put him in there.
So why would you think you snitched on him then?
Bro, because that's what they're gonna call it when you're sitting across talking to the state or the government. They're gonna call it a snitch. But again, look.
Do you think you could have left his name out of it? Because I think he was just saying like, yo, if you got a problem with Puff, why are you gonna randomly bring up that I got all the Tusi and I got the pills and I got the fanny pack?
The reality is, if he was in that situation, he'd have been doing it too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Look, let's talk about that. Brendan Paul testified, but also, I've never seen anybody plead guilty so fast to a case.
You think he's snitching?
He snitched.
Oh, man.
You got what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
You feel me?
Nah, he did. His case got resolved mad quick.
I'm just the type of person to get somewhere before people. If I realize this is what it's going to be, then you know what? Go ahead. I shielded a lot of people. I didn't tell to talk about a lot of other things, bro.
Hey, why you think Young Miami ain't show up to that goddamn trial, man? If they approached you, Young Miami up in them freak offs. Do you think Young Miami was in a freak off? This is your opinion. This is not. It's not.
Listen,
she mentioned getting peed on. Do you think that?
With Asana, AI teammates can pull real-time data and help keep work on track, so every team can work smarter and faster. Asana, the #1 AI work management platform. Try for free today at asana.com.
Again, when I mean freak offs, do you think Diddy would have other either sex worker or men penetrate her?
Yes.
Really?
Listen,
a Dade County bitch.
Bro, I've witnessed. Look, man.
Carisha not on that. Real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga.
Look, allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah. That's the good word. Yeah.
Allegedly, on the boat, I seen him with Diddy, Young Miami, and Justin, and another girl sleep in the same room all night.
Wait, hold on. All right, hold on, tell me. Yeah. You said you seen who and what?
Yeah, Justin. This is not the first time.
No, wait. Break it. You said on the yacht, you seen who was in the room?
Diddy, Justin, Young Miami, and another girl. It might have been 2 more other girls as well.
So Diddy there was running the father, like, there was running a LeBron and Bronny play. Oh, shit.
All the time, bro.
So you think Diddy was throwing Young Miami to Justin? Yo, hold that, Just. Damn.
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's a win-win for Justin. You know what I'm saying?
Man, maybe them Lori Harvey things was true. Nah, no way. You with your own 2 eyes, allegedly. Big word, allegedly. You allegedly saw in the same room Diddy, Young Miami, Justin Combs, another woman. It was another. So it's 4 or 5. I think you said maybe 2 more other women.
I think it was 2 women besides. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure.
That's called a handicap match, man. It's a 2-on-3. You heard what I'm saying? It's 2 niggas and 3 chicks. Holy, it was getting busy in there. Damn.
Because the other 2 girls, it's not like I seen them all the time. I may have seen them like twice. One girl in particular for sure, but I can't remember if I allegedly seen her go in there. But I do know I seen her and the other girl like hanging around, kissing on the yacht, just, you know what I'm saying, like booed up a little bit.
Based on what you allegedly experienced and watched, do you believe that they were having a freak off the night before, or maybe a family slumber party? It might be a slumber party, brother. It might be a slumber party. You know what I mean? Roasting s'mores. You might be huh?
Hey, bro, drugs, alcohol, and loud music, bro. Y'all going in this room at 2, 3 in the morning, coming out the next day 2, 3 in the afternoon. You do the math, allegedly.
What type of drugs? Like Tylenol type shit? Like, what are we talking about? Nah, I don't know what's going on.
Move on to the next question.
Holy shit. Hey, I think that when the feds did the raid, they really wanted to find the volume of tapes that would probably involve freak off tapes. In your lawsuit, you spoke about tech guys and people who would be involved in maintaining technology and who might oversee his security system. Did the feds ask you, brother, where could we find the freak off tapes? Tell us where to find it. Where's the room? Where's the control center for the freak off show?
Bro, listen, I had so many freak offs on a hard drive Puff gave me that I didn't even know I had, bro.
Nigga, what? No, you didn't. All right, come on. All right, hold on. No. Let's start again. You had videos of freak offs on. Did you turn those over to the feds?
Listen, they got a copy of everything I had.
Why would Puff give you a video of a freak off?
Bro, who knows?
He was that loose, pause, and like just lax with how he was moving.
Why would Puff grab my phone and start video recording himself? You understand? So, like, who knows, bro? I'm not in this man's head. He's done a lot of things, and we all trying to figure out, like, why would he do that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro.
You don't know shit. Nigga don't know nothing.
Look at this.
Oh shit!
He would randomly grab my phone and just start recording.
That's your phone. He just grabbed.
It's my phone, bro.
Maybe he was flirting with you. Do you think he like? I think he's bisexual. Do you think he had some attraction for you? Being honest, brother.
Oh yeah. But
Nigga say yeah. How the fuck you know that? That's a weird ass shit. So you was around a nigga and he liked you. Yeah, I told yo, this is soul buying and soul selling. Yo sat around and worked with a nigga that liked him. What the fuck? Yo crazy.
I'm saying I'm not sure what angle you trying to go right now.
No. I said attraction. I'm not in that.
Yeah.
The next question I was gonna say is
I don't think it's nothing that he's not attracted to. I think he's attracted to having the power.
Okay.
I think he's attracted to controlling everything that's happening and going on at all times.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he overtly tried you, and in those moments, how did you take that? Did you be like, man, nigga, knock it off, or how did those kind of manifest?
Ignite the fairways
With Fireball.
Jiminy Cricket, you don't even have a club in your hand.
I don't know.
Bro. Let's get outside the
Okay.
Let's get outside the civil suit, bro.
He probably did.
No, hold on, no.
You gotta understand, bro. They've tried everything. They've tried everything
They ain't tried
in the world
shit,
to
nigga.
stop all of this from seeing the light, from stopping my suit. They've been attacking my attorney. You know what I'm saying? The mob is on him. Joe, whatever his name is, Fat Joe's attorney, Joe, whatever. Like this whole thing with him mowing down the line, the process server.
Yo, what happened
like,
with that?
He didn't even hit him. I was on the phone with him. So I was on FaceTime with him when it went down. And it went like this. It looked as if whoever this person was either trying to mug him or whatever, he jumping all on his car while he's already moving. We got the videotape. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is, listen, while people are looking at Tyrone like whatever type of attorney, understand?
Eliminate Meek Mill. Brother, I think a smart reason would include that Meek Mill. Lil Rod, were you speaking about Meek Mill? And I'm gonna warn you, if you're scared of one of the chasers chasing you down, whatever block you at, Meek Mill is on some shit.
Listen,
he might bunny hop to your house and get you. Stop playing with him. Don't fuck with chasers. Was it Meek Mill you were referring to? Let's clear his name now. Because he gonna be at a white party and I don't need no type of bad vibes when you're around Michael Rubin. Okay?
Oh, that nigga me ain't that nigga didn't move.
Listen. If the shoe fit, wear it.
That nigga didn't do nothing to me.
If the shoe fit, wear it. Anybody?
You don't gotta say who it is, but let's say who it's not. Could we eliminate Meek Mill from who you were speaking about?
Hey, you a smart dude.
It could be another Philly rapper. We don't know who. Let's eliminate. So we can't eliminate Meek Mill. Lil Rod. Yo, Lil Rod, man. Okay,
hey, bro,
brother. Yo, you not gonna get jump for this.
What is it with you and Meek Mill, bro? Just tell me the story so I can figure it out.
It shouldn't be none with me and him. It should be with him and you. You're the one who basically said he was.
Yeah, but I seen y'all just going back and forth, bro. What y'all got going?
No, we done kind of squashed it for the 15th time. We beef every
I ain't got no problem, bro. But
you said rapper was on Mr. Combs. Wait, hold on. Rapper 3 was on Mr. Combs' yacht, consorting with underage girls and sex workers. You also had a gay allegation there too. Where is it at? Oh, and then so you said that rapper was. So you're accusing him of dealing with underage girls, and then you said according to the lawsuit says according to Mr. Jones, Diddy told you that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with Rapper 11, and Rapper 11 is the same thing. Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Did Sean P. Diddy Combs, that's the last thing I'll ask you about the specifics of this, and then we could talk about the birds and the bees, I don't care. Did Puff Daddy Combs tell you that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with a rapper from Philadelphia who dated Nicki Minaj? It's yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
How did that come about, my brother? How? Like, there's no way you just drop that in the conversation. Like, by the way,
trial.
You're sticking to that point.
Trial.
You don't want to be like, nah, I thought I heard it, or I was a little bit lit.
I said this an hour and 25 minutes ago, bro. I'm doubling down on everything that I said. Everything. I'm not sticking. Nobody knows me to say something different. You know what I'm saying?
You deserve the best. At Harbor Freight, you covered it. Performance, durability, affordability. Only one place does it all. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
I'm doubling down on everything I said, bro. I'm not really trying to with nobody in. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling my story. If people got a problem with that, then maybe they need to check themselves. Period. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why it's so many. Bro, if I was bisexual, bro, I'd just be open with it. You know what I'm saying? This is 2025, bro. I don't understand it. Like, why people in the closet with it, bro? If you like niggas, you like niggas. Don't be offended because I told my truth.
Okay.
I ain't finna be playing these news outlet games with people. Anybody got a problem, bro, with what I said, bro, just put it on wax, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm still
I don't think Meek
put it on wax. Nigga, you call that man gay? You said that man was gay. You know, you put that shit beyond wax, my guy. Nigga, you don't get to make those type of claims and then tell a person to put it on wax. Man, fuck no, nigga. Like a nigga don't put it on wax. That man made wild allegations on people. Gotta take my ass back to work so I can leave. You know, I've been gone all day. don't know what you talking about, man. What you over there talking about, man? Dr. What? Hey, Sean, you fed them dogs, yo? Oh, shit. You guys should look your fucking ass. Sean, you fed the dogs? Huh? Feed them for me. I'm ready to go. Hey, get up out of here. So do y'all believe Lil Rod? Is Lil Rod credible? Serious question. Do people actually believe Lil Rod and his allegations that Meek Mills, that he fucked Meek Mills? I think Lil Rod full of shit, man. I think Lil Rod looking for a payday. Just like everybody else. Like the dude said about Cassie, man. Cassie dug 2 graves, tried to dig Diddy's. Knowing good and goddamn well. Knowing good and goddamn well. She was just as complicit. She knew it. Oh, come on, yo, Donna. What the fuck is you talking about, bro? Like, what you got going on, man? Hey, yo, can you stay on topic, please? And stop with the outburst. We is talking about Surviving Cassie documentary. Executive produced by Keeper G News. And we talking about Lil Rod. Do you think anything he said is credible? That's what we talking about. Donnell, are you gonna watch the Surviving Cassie documentary? Executive produced by Keeper G News. Let's talk about that. It's gonna be streaming on all platforms. It's gonna be streaming on all platforms. Make sure you tap in. All right, let's finish playing the one shit. So I left the phone. God damn it, y'all. Hold on, y'all. let's finish. Pick it up where we left off at.
These news outlet gangs with people. Anybody got a problem, bro? What I said, bro? Just put it on wax, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm still.
Nah, I don't think Meek want to put it on wax. I think he want to see you.
Put it on wax, bro. I'm a rapper too.
No, I don't think you want to rap about it. I think you want to beat you up.
I'm not, and I'm not speaking directly to him too. By the way, I'm just speaking in general.
Yo,
okay, what about because
I ain't got no problem.
Yo, but he just said he's scared to death of Diddy. Yo, these niggas, these guys be contradicting themselves all the time. Now put it on wax. He ain't ducking no smoke, but he's scared.
You can clear his name though.
Name out of my mouth,
but you could clear his name.
I'm not clearing his name. Like I don't know, dude.
But you know what Diddy said, and if Diddy didn't say his name, and everybody thinks it's him, you could be like, oh, no, it wasn't him. Y'all got the wrong guy.
He can't even control, or anybody, whoever it is, can't control what Diddy says out their mouth. You know what I'm saying? You keep trying to like direct me towards him.
It's all good because you said somebody else. You want to confirm on this one. You said so. Diddy said he had sexual relations with rapper 11, which is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, but also R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful residency, and who fought over the cereal, the Frosted Flakes, with him. Who's that? Who fought over the Frosted Flake? Come on now, brother. Come on, man. What type of clues are these? This ain't Jeopardy.
Let me ask you this. Do you think any of those two things that was said, do you think is accurate?
No.
I think it could be. I think it could be, but I wouldn't know. I didn't know about Diddy's, some of his sexual preferences.
So far, the things that I've said, are they accurate?
We're seeing some things come to light, yes. But
okay. So it don't take a rocket science. It's like, are you pro Diddy? Like, it's like I don't get people. Like they see all those facts and they still make excuses. Like, stop, man. What are we talking about?
Yo, you don't gotta be pro anything to point out a lie. You know what I mean? Just because motherfuckers saying people lie on Diddy, that don't make you pro Diddy. That make you anti-lie. You know what I mean? That make you pro truth. Like they always try to do that and try to make it seem like, oh, you supporting Diddy. Nah, man, I'm supporting reality. I'm supporting facts. This shit ain't got nothing to do with no motherfucking Diddy. You motherfuckers lying.
Oh, this dude is not no angel, bro. He's been marketing himself for years as an angel, but behind doors, this nigga is a gangster, and he's bisexual. Period. He's bisexual.
Do you have any proof that he?
Yo, it was no bisexual tendencies. I mean, I ain't gonna say tendencies, but it was nowhere in that. These were the people that was closest to him. The people that was closest to Diddy, which was Cassie and Jane Doe, and none of them say Diddy took a motherfucking pipe in the ass. You know what I mean? Or Diddy was out here giving niggas head. Like none of that shit came out in testimony. Now you do got some questionable ways. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. But we don't even know if all that shit was true. The only thing we know is true is Diddy was freaking off. All the other shit. Only people testified to that was people that had immunity. People that had reason to lie. They don't even want to testify to the nonsense. Sunday best, what it do? Hard mode, what it is. It's bullshit for real. Well, we'll hold a little weight. I'm just saying, yo, to just come out boldly and say the nigga bisexual when he just had a whole trial with two women that he was freaking off with one of them for years and no bisexual, nothing about him and another man came out. I don't think niggas can keep saying that shit for real.
Like, other than him supposedly saying it, you ever have allegedly either witnessed or heard him and another man maybe going in a room, and you're like, yo, hold on now, that ain't music. That ain't music. What the hell is going on in there? Have you ever allegedly?
So you're missing parts inside of the complaint. You probably need to go back and read some of it. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't already talk about it now. You know what I'm saying? You probably need to do your homework. But that's a situation a couple of times. You know what I mean? You know, a man or a male, they going into his room or in the studio, being in there for a couple of days, etc.
A man.
Damn.
Yeah, men.
Yo, come on now.
What do you mean men? Like
they was dropping an album.
Yeah, multiple.
Really?
Yeah.
This nigga lying, yo. I don't believe
What's the amount of money that you're seeking? And I'm pretty sure you sent him a demand letter. This is all public now. What was the amount he had to pay for this not to come out? Well, how much you asking? I see here you had said you were down to take $50,000 for publishing and royalties. Look, at a point.
You have the all claims situation, and then you have the music aspect of it. So for the music aspect of it, you know, what I would have rightfully been owed was my producer points, which they wanted to give me none. The publishing share, the writer's share, which they wanted to give me none. And then they didn't even want to pay me any money towards the masters, and then they did. What they offered me was $29,000. Now for my fees, what I do charge, that should have been somewhere around 115 or 135, somewhere. I'm not accurate, but within 100. You know what I'm saying? No more than 200,000, right? But what I did was for business sake and relationship sake of working with clients again, because you know. After you're done with an album, you want to do the business in a way that if you have to do something again, that is, you know what I'm saying, you were fair. So what I did was I offered a small amount of publishing and small royalty points.
Until now, Game Changer. They have a wire trimming head that's universal. It's going to fit any weed eater. They have different size leads on it. They have a 3 and a 6. I went with the 6 because
a small amount of publishing and small royalty points, and then the producer fee was small, like $56,000 that I was willing to take. You know what I'm saying? And it just, my man wasn't gonna be happy unless he was just like just screwing me all over. You know what I'm saying? So it got really bad. In fact, he went around.
Yo, people do what you're allowed, man. Go and do what you're allowed.
And paid some people to give me bad counsel in order to make me take the lesser, you know what I'm saying? But lesser money, lesser everything. So I know we all looking at 29,000.
Hey, by the way, is it the Cuban Good and Junior shit? He trying to fuck you, right?
He not even listening to you when they're reading it.
My nigga, like, you did, right? You said he put his arm around you, rubbing your leg. That was crazy. Why you sitting there? Get the fuck off me, nigga.
I'm glad. Listen. I'm glad that we talking now. I wouldn't have been able to laugh about this a year ago.
Bro, come on though. A nigga putting his arm around you and rubbing your thigh. You got to get the fuck.
You know, good and goddamn well. You could laugh about it when you wrote it. You laughed about it afterwards, and you laughing about it now. Them lawsuits bogus. Nigga lying.
Off me, nigga. What the fuck is you doing? We working on music, gang. Yo, come on, Rock. Lil Rock, come on, bro. Did you feel powerless in that moment? Because, like, obviously, it's a big nigga.
Very much, bro. Very much. I'm overseas. I'm on Puff Yacht. You know, all these men around me. You know what I'm saying? Drugs, and alcohol, and it's so much, bro. It's like I've never really felt that type of helpless until I was in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, a bitch.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely crazy. What do you think KK's at right now?
Chilling.
Why can't we find her?
Chilling. Getting money.
You know, I'm hearing allegedly that
Why say something stupid?
I'm hearing allegedly she's tied in to the cartels.
What?
Like, yeah, allegedly. This is not all this. Now, this is all speculation. This is all.
Then why you repeat
This
it?
is all what's been said to me.
Why you just say I don't know? You see how this is these niggas do, yo? Like this is the game now. Just talk about some shit that they don't know about, like some wild shit though. But you look at it as credible because they're kind of close to the situation. So now people going around. Now people gonna be going around saying, "Yo, KK, yo, she in motherfucker, she hanging with the Sinner Lois." Hey, she visited El Chapo last week. You know, he can't even get visits, but they let her in. Like, these niggas be saying anything, man. Just say you don't know, bro. I don't know, cause you don't. But instead, they put out a bogus, wild ass allegation. That's the game now, yo. They all do it. I call it the Jane Dale effect. I mean, it's the Jane Dale playbook.
How credible it is, I don't know. But the fact is, I'm not really talking to too many people, and the fact that they can even get to my ear, you know what I'm saying? I'm just told that she works with the cartel. I was also told that allegedly that Diddy was an informant for like the feds, etc., which is why he kind of kept her close. You know what I'm saying?
Who told you that? The feds told you?
No. The feds. First of all, they wouldn't disclose.
Yo, I hate these niggas, yo. I do not like nothing about these guys, yo. I swear I don't, yo. Like, god damn. Like, yo, you can't be close to a situation and just be saying anything, man. Like, it's different if you ain't close to the situation. You know, people know to take it with a grain of salt. Like me saying Tissa Tells, I'm gonna get Tissa Tells into a free golf. Can I really get Tissa Tells into a free golf? Maybe. But in reality, no. I gotta holler at my sources first. But these niggas is close to the situation. So people believe it. But they lying just like I'm lying. Just like Tissa Tells lied when she said Diddy was taking a plea deal. Everybody's lying, man.
Information that they had, they would just receive information and then take it straight to the courts. But
yo, Lil Raj, you good, man? You like avoid give us the total amount. How much did you ask this nigga Diddy for, man? Because I'm pretty sure he wish he paid you. You asked him for, what was it, like $1 million?
No.
500,000?
Oh, no, bro.
I hear Christian. Hold on, I got Christian. I hit that nigga right now. I tell him, like, nigga, just send the money over, man. You tweaking, bro. They got it. How much? Bro, I'll text him right now. I got his number. How much?
Look, that's some shit that my attorneys and.
How much do you personally want, though? Be honest. Like, you go through a lot of pain and suffering. You claim like 5 niggas sexual assaulted you.
Damn.
You even.
It's not really about money anymore for me, bro.
It is about money. You're filing a civil suit.
My dude.
You want to? All right, hold on. All right, they asked every witness in Diddy trial this last question. I'll ask you this question. If it was up to you and Diddy could...
Right. He exposed himself. It wasn't about money. It was about slander. Just like all other lawsuits. He ain't lying. That might be the only thing he said. Might be the only truth he told the whole interview. It wasn't about money. Because he's not getting a dime. It was all about slander, man. I got paid to slander him. We all got paid to slander him. He did, Ariel Mitchell, Tony Busby. Somebody dropped a hefty bag on these niggas. It was all slander. And no lady, what's up, baby?
Could get life in prison and you get no money, or you could get the money and Diddy go free. What do you pick? What do you pick? You can only pick one, my brother. Remember, you ain't go to the cops. The cops came to you. So if you could pick one, Diddy never sees the outside of a jail cell again, or you get whatever bread you want. I don't know how much you won't tell me, but he's gonna be back. He's gonna be playing with the baby all, okay?
Now,
And
now,
how much?
if he's back doing what he's doing and terrorizing people the whole 9 years, I'm done, bro. You gotta understand, bro. I didn't really take this fight just for myself too, bro. I took this fight for other people, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, why do you think the feds didn't use you then? They didn't use you at all in their trial, but they used you for it is confusing.
I don't know what they got going on. It's a lot of politics games happening within this. I don't.
You hear that? All you gotta do is read between the lines, man. There's a lot of politics happening between this. It was a slander campaign. He participated.
No, it's too many connections, bro.
What's up, butter?
Don't know. It's above my pay grade, bro. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All I do know is that I also know that nobody was qualified to take this fight but myself, bro. He wouldn't have been there had not.
I bet, yo.
This fight with myself, bro. He wouldn't have been there had not I was fighting him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a superhero at heart anyway, bro. And I'm a Taurus, bro.
Well, here's the thing. So, again, and I'm going to use Brennan Paul again. If people, do you think it's fair if some people call you a snitch versus superhero? And it's clear you don't think you think yourself as a superhero, but they're saying, nigga, you was having it good, you was living a lifestyle, you was fucking the bitches, you was doing this, popping Ciroc on the yachts, on the jets. Now, because it didn't work out, you basically told on the whole operation. That's like selling drugs, and as soon as you get, you know, the connect stop fucking with you, you go to the cops.
You know why this was successful? Because nobody knows me to be that person. Okay. And that's what Puff didn't do his homework, bro. Because I was never the one there boasting, talking about what I did, who I used to work with. I'm humble, bro. He didn't do his homework. I've been active, bro. I've been active. You know what I'm saying? Since I was 13. And that ain't never been me, bro. I just realized that we're in a fight, bro. And the only way to fight this guy, you gotta state all your claims at once. And we were trying to deal with this discreetly. Again, they started threatening kids and everything else, so it was like, it's time to go public now. Because for safety reasons.
How long did before you went public with this, how long did you guys go back and forth? And did once you sent your demand letter, did it immediately turn to harassment and potential intimidation and violence? Or did just negotiations or whatever just break down? Because your lawsuit was the most descriptive piece of litigation we saw with Cassie. She alleged a bunch of stuff, but we found out a lot more in trial.
Yeah, well, the intimidation and the bully tactics and all that stuff.
I think the drug use is what contributed to Diddy's anger. You know, Diddy was taking a lot of drugs, man. You take that many drugs, you're gonna have issues with your motherfucking emotions and your temper and shit like that.
Didn't come until after I switched attorneys into my litigating attorney.
Okay, so who was your attorney at first?
Appreciate it.
You want to know his name? Huh?
No, I mean, I don't really care about it. It wasn't Blackburn though.
No.
Okay, so
he's my third attorney.
So Blackburn's your third attorney.
Yeah.
Why did you go through two attorneys already?
Well, because I had to switch. My other guy, he just handles paperwork.
Because they dropped the case. They saying that shit was frivolous, and they ain't want to put their name on it. You know, Tyrone Blackburn he like the black Tony Busby. He'll file any motherfucking thing. He don't give a fuck. He don't care what his name on. You win some, you lose some. You know what I mean? He take big losses and big wins. That nigga gay, he a gambler.
You know what I'm saying? And so that being said, we had to get into the litigating. We was litigating now. You because it was pretty much a hard stop. Like, no, we ain't doing this. So they figured that I'm just finna back down. And so I had to put another attorney in who's a litigator. Now, you can probably Google this, so there's no reason to shield this, but the attorney who I removed from the case did an interview and told the world that he knew us both and he used to go to school with Puff, maybe like a roommate, etc. in college, the whole nine. Y'all was this guy was then giving me bad counsel when it came down to how to do this, and I only knew this because he's not the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the 10th attorneys. I've been having attorneys working for me since I was 17, so I know the attorney game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, he was giving me bad counsel, and I know the music business, and so that based on that, I had to remove him from my team. And you can put the rest together in your head. He went to school with Puff.
Yeah,
You
I
know
get
what I'm
it.
saying?
Hey, do you believe the feds lost the most important charges or the charges that carry the most weight because they didn't bring you in? I'm gonna read your lawsuit, and you actually say, you know, Sean Combs and KK had me send Ubers to transport sex workers to come to Two Star Island. That would kind of fit under sex trafficking. Like, you could have been a valuable witness. Why not bring you up there? Because KK's not going to be there. Why not?
Because it wasn't true, y'all. It wasn't true. That's why wouldn't they bring him up there? If they thought you see how they were struggling with that case, man. If Lil Rod could have been the one to break the case, they'd have brought him to testify. The story ain't add up.
I bring you there to say, hey, I would send the Ubers, they would pay me back. I would send the Ubers to get the sex workers or the people who were quote unquote being sex trafficked.
I really don't know, and I really wouldn't count them out yet. They did say that they was going to bring some other charges.
There we go. There you go again. Yo, Diddy's not getting no more charges, y'all. There's no state charges coming. The case is over. He beat the Rico. He be home in less than a year. So, all this other shit they talking is just them talking for real.
Etc.
More charges?
Yeah. So, I really don't know. And for me, I would rather let them do their job, you know what I'm saying, and trust that they're going to bring some results. Look, believe it or not, Diddy's team is over there taking a victory lap. Okay? Now, he still is hit with 2 felonies, but they're taking a victory lap. Who takes a victory lap and you hit with 2 felonies unless you know you're getting off on more than you should have? You know what I'm saying? They're taking victory laps, bro. He's a felon.
No. You take a victory lap because they try to take his life away. And they know, per his guidelines, he ain't getting more than 3 years. That's why you take a victory lap. You try to take his life away, man. The man's facing 30 years of life. The man ready to get 27 months, 20 months, 18 months, time served. Hey, man. Shit, you better take a victory lap, nigga.
Don't you wish shopping for car insurance was this easy? Just swipe, boom.
But then you should have. You know what I'm saying? They're taking victory laps, bro. He's a felon. What happened to all this? The fame, my name. We're gonna sue you. Our client has done nothing, etc. But in open court, it's clear, and he's a 2-time convicted felon, bro. Nobody was able to bring that to him, bro. I'm the person that have, bro, and we all. You can probably name 10 situations that people feel like.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, Diddy pled guilty to transport prostitutes. Like, those niggas really gonna act like that's a fucking major crime in the United States of America? Like, literally, yo. Like, that you know what transporting prostitutes to engage in sex? That's like a possession of marijuana charge. You know what I mean? It's like a possession of marijuana, man. Yeah, why are they trying to blow? They still trying to blow this shit up like it's something that it ain't. That ain't even distribution. That shit like a loitering. It's like a loitering charge. Look, Bible here, y'all. What's up, bully? I think Bible was at one of them motherfucking freak offs and then get paid. Morning, you Bible. That's why you so mad, man. You was at one of them freak offs and they promised you payment. You probably was at one of them freak offs, but Diddy kept telling you to stop, put baby oil on. Couldn't get in the groove. Had a vendetta against the made sense. You thought she was ready to hit Cassie. Then he made you stop for 83 minutes. All up. Couldn't get it right. Ended up kicking you out. That's why you be acting like that, Viral. My sources told me that. Don't forget I got sources, y'all. Me and Tisa got the same sources. That's the part I didn't tell y'all. Me and Tisa Tells has the same exact sources. And they'll never be revealed.
He had his hands in. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of speculation about Pac's death. There's a lot of speculation about Diddy's or Biggie's death. There's speculation about Kim Porter. There's speculation about Natasha Rubin.
You said that he openly bragged about getting away with crimes.
Bro.
Would he get drunk? Would he be drunk when he's saying this, or would he be sober like, yo, I'm untouchable, I'm above the law?
You never know what he's on sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes he come in there, he on that doggone shit, he's going crazy. Sometimes he's on 2 feet. Sometimes he come in there, and he just coked all the way up, or on heroin. You never know, bro.
Did he ever approach you to have?
Now that nigga taking dope, yo. Out of all the drugs they didn't mention, all the drugs that came out, ketamine, GHB, Percocets, Xanax, dope. And we ain't hear about crack cocaine, right? Now he a dope fan. So Diddy and that bitch nodding and shit. Doped out.
To have sex with any of his women, whether close girlfriend or not? Did he ever said, hey, Lil Rod, I want you to have sex with this woman, and maybe even insinuate, nah, it's not funny, this is insinuate that he might watch?
Listen. Trial, bro.
Okay.
Trial.
By the way, do you feel a little bit happy, though, that the way the government's initial charges, or, well, final charges, the 5 counts, they matched your lawsuit pretty well? I mean, y'all accused Civil Rico, they charged him for Rico. Y'all
his Civil Rico got tossed out. The Civil Rico that Lil Rod filed on Diddy got tossed out months ago. And the game plan is to design the lawsuits around the factual allegations of the trial. That was the game plan. So it seems credible, you know, but things ain't always what it seems, man.
Say sex trafficking. They gave him 2 sex trafficking charges, and you list 1, 2, 3. You list 8 sex workers that showed up to 2 Star Island, and you say these are the dates of the 4 solicitations, and they basically have him convicted now on 2 prostitution acts. Do you feel victory in that your civil suit has gotten some criminal accountability out of him?
Yeah. So to be honest, bro, I had mixed emotions. Now, look, we're gonna sit here and talk about all the negative things, but there were some great moments of working together, right? And also, put that aside, I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father, and I didn't want to see him go to jail for the rest of his life, or I didn't want to see him die in there. but I also didn't want to see him running the streets just freely and intimidating and you know what I'm saying,
What would have been an
victimizing.
appropriate amount of time that
These niggas scary. Scary ass niggas. Well, hey, Rival, are you familiar with the Surviving Cassie documentary dropping on all platforms, streamed live on Twitch, hosted by Keep It G News, and executive produced by Keep It G News? Are you familiar with that documentary coming out soon? You lucky I ain't got time to edit. If I had time to edit, I'd really put that shit together. It'd be a masterpiece. I'd take a whole 3 weeks to put it out.
that you think that he should have been incarcerated? Or I mean, he still could be incarcerated for. You say you don't want him to die in jail. He's 55. If he gets 20 years in jail, 75. The average age of prison inmate is actually around low 70s. So that's death in jail. So
be clear. I don't feel like jail is the answer to everything, bro.
So you think he should just go to rehab?
No, I don't think he should go to rehab. I think the problem is the people around.
You think he should get a needle?
No. I think it's the people around him who has been yes man just to receive money. That's been the problem. So I just felt like
but that's around everybody though. Like you accuse this guy of serious crimes. You said he sexual assaulted you and sex trafficked people. What do you think should happen to him? You're saying you don't think jail is appropriate. You say you don't want him to die in jail. What do you want to have happen to him? You want him to get shot in the head?
This type of guy uses money and influence to get everything. You know what I'm saying?
So you think he should just give up all his money that he doesn't have that power anymore?
He stripped from that, and he don't have that, and he's forced. He's already doing some time, but with this time, if he's forced to go to rehab and then do some things like parole, where they monitoring all his activity, etc. That's more helpful to him, and not necessarily him, but to the kids. You know what I'm saying? He got a young one, so when you take away that, it focuses him, it makes him still not have that type of control of power, but he's there and present in the family lives. You know what I'm saying? I don't think taking any person, and specifically the man, away from the family is the answer. So
but you accuse him of crimes that are first degree crimes that will carry life in prison.
Him. I'm just telling him what he's did.
A civil RICO is a sister charge to a criminal RICO, and a RICO carries up to life in prison.
He did it. He did it, bro.
So would you have been okay? And again, I feel like I'm still struggling with getting a straight answer from you. Would you have been okay if he has to forfeit all of his fortune? Like, he just doesn't have all of this resources, a plane or this or that, that he could take advantage of other people. But for the people he has taken advantage of, you and other people, according to you guys, he liquidates his fortune and he pays y'all off, maybe gives some to his kids, but he's no longer the person that could do what you've claimed he's done with the money he has. Because put it like this, if somebody sexually assaulted me, I want him to be in jail. Actually, I want him death by firing squad. You're saying that you don't think he should die in jail. Just to let you know, first degree.
I don't think death is the penalty. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe.
Well, why not life in prison? First degree sexual assault carries life in every single state. A first degree sexual.
I understand what it carries, but again,
but you don't think that's appropriate?
That's ultimately not my decision. But you gotta understand, I'm gonna always look at things a little different, bro. I've had a cousin die in the car with me when I was young. You know what I'm saying? And I understand the ripple effect. I understand how that hurt my auntie.
Nigga, shut your dumb ass up, nigga. The fuck that shit gotta do with anything, nigga? I was saying a cousin died in the car with me when I was young. He had no credibility to it. How old was he? What's the cousin name? Where the fuck city and state this happened at? This nigga lying. I had a cousin die in the car with me when I was young. Bitch, elaborate. You talk about we ain't gonna believe you. gotta start making these niggas elaborate, man. If you can't elaborate on the story, don't say it.
The ripple effect. I understand how that hurt my auntie or his brother, how it hurt my mom and so many people.
Why do you care about his family and his mom if you said he sexually assaulted you?
Good question, academic.
Bro,
if someone assaulted me, fuck they kids, fuck
that's
their
the
mama.
problem. That's
you,
the problem with
you
the
took
world,
my
bro.
innocence and you took my life away. It's
It's
like somebody. If somebody kills my brother, it's like I'm not gonna be like, well, they have a mom too. Fuck them all.
That's the problem. But that's the problem with the world, bro. We so selfish. We so selfish.
Now the nigga wanna say the world. Now he motherfucking Captain Planet. I'm done with him. Yeah, that nigga Captain Planet now. He wanna say the world one fucking recycling can at a time. This bluffing ass nigga. I hate these lying ass niggas, man. It's a goddamn shame how they can just pay niggas to take other niggas down and niggas is willing to take the money. That's all the fuck it is. He got paid to take Diddy down or help take Diddy down by peddling false narratives. I don't know what the fuck role Meek Mills played in it. But that's really all it is. That's really all it is. Bluffing ass nigga. That nigga lying. That nigga. Hey, Robert. Hey, Robert. Hey, Robert, you funny as shit. Yo, Cassie's getting a documentary. If I can find time, I'm putting it together. And niggas know my editing skills is top notch. I just ain't had a chance to edit in a minute. If I get time, I'm putting together a surviving Cassie documentary. We got all these different sex workers that did interviews. It's enough footage online for me to do it. Straight up. There's enough footage online for me to put together a surviving Cassie documentary. This ain't no motherfucking big trouble. East Baltimore, Kenny, what it is. Diddy ain't in big trouble, yo. It's over, buddy. It's over. It's no more cases. No state cases. All you gotta do is deal with these frivolous ass lawsuits, and come on, pay back everybody that fucked them over. It's payback time, man. That's all. When Diddy come on, it's payback time. Everybody that did him wrong, everybody that lied on him, he coming back for vengeance, man. Straight up Sunday best. Yeah, he coming back for vengeance. Lil Rod better watch out. If Lil Rod was scared of Diddy before, look, if he was scared of Diddy before, he better be petrified of Diddy now, cause Diddy ain't playing. He coming back. Diddy ain't with that shit, yo. You can't slander the diddler and think life is just gonna be sweet after that. Nope, fuck no. That's why they call him the diddler, yo. You think they call that man a diddler for no reason? It's the reason why they call him the diddler, man. He trying to get, he's seeking retribution, man. He coming back. He coming back for everything that was lost. That nigga ain't playing that shit, man. I wouldn't play with it either. Straight up. Did he come back for everything that was lost, man? Any YouTuber, any blogger, any rapper coming back. It's a real know what time it is. He fuck around, come at the real. For all that bullshit he been talking in the chat. That nigga, they don't forget nothing. But yo, by the time we go live tomorrow, y'all, I would have been heard. I restarted my sources about Tisa Towers. I told them it seemed like she backtracked. They said they was gonna get with her, see what the fuck going on. Might gotta get under contract or something. Give her one of them, give one of them Daphne Joy contracts. Yeah, man, I gotta give Tisa Towers the Daphne Joy special. You know, one of them love contracts that we all that we that we heard so much about. You feel me? Yeah, man. We gonna figure it out though, now. Right? Get away with what? Viral, viral. What exactly are you expecting? Like yo, seriously, before I end this live, I need you. What are you expecting, viral? What's next? Let me know. Let me know, man. What is next for Diddy? 40 years in prison? Are they going to go over his guidelines? You know, his guidelines is only 20 to 27 months. So what are you expecting? Are you expecting another federal RICO? Are they going to go get more sex workers, go get another girl, and hit them with a RICO again? Like, yo, I need you to elaborate, yo, because I'm confused. Yo, that's over the guidelines, real. Yo, if he get 4 to 5, yo, they gonna peel that shit so motherfucking fast. All right, so how much time he getting? What's up, man? Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. So how much time is he getting, Viral? Cause it seems like you know more than me. Hey, real, you not real. You've been wrong the whole trial. You want somebody to listen to you? No, you can appeal as many times as the court allow. You can appeal 35 times if they gonna keep accepting them. Ain't no limit on appeals. Because it wasn't about them. It wasn't about them, North Memphis. Yeah, but you can't go over the guidelines, bro. His guidelines only 20 to 27 months, bro. This is guidelines. Regardless if he blue trial or not. This is guidelines. The case wasn't never about Christina Korn. It wasn't never about D-Rock. This is a takedown. I keep trying to explain that to people. This wasn't about justice. This is about taking down Diddy. That's it and that's all. The judge cannot do what the judge want. Yo, the judge is bound by laws, real. What you listen, yo? God damn, yo. I'm about sick of you, yo. I've been trying to school you the whole goddamn trial. You still don't listen. You probably real, you probably had ADHD or something, man. One of them kids that just can't sit down. You keep telling them smack the shit out of bitch, sit down. You keep running around and shit. Just don't want to listen to nothing. Yo, but you real, you've been wrong. Now you've been wrong the whole time. Oh, goodness gracious. No, the judge is bound by laws, man. Yo, you thought Diddy, you thought this is a RICO, bro. You thought Diddy sex trafficked them people, man. That's what you thought. You thought Diddy sex trafficked them, and you say he was gonna get found guilty of sex trafficking, man. You thought Diddy was taking a plea. You thought a lot wrong, bro. A lot of what you thought, most of what you thought was wrong. Hold on, y'all. Let me drop this shit off. Matter of fact, I'm ready to end this live, y'all. I appreciate everybody that tapped in. You said that we spread lies over real. That is what you thought. That's why y'all think what goes on in TV and of course reality. The Fed said, what the Fed say? The Fed said One lone gunman shot JFK. But North Memphis, you was believing all the bullshit anyway, so how you gonna say that? Fuck Bible. Bible. I just told you it's guidelines in federal court. Yo, I just told you it's guidelines in federal court. Yo, if you think they're gonna get away with giving a first time offender anything outside of the mandatory minimum on his guidelines, then you are tripping, man. The man's a 0 point offender, yo. He's a 0 point offender, man. I do understand what you're saying, North Memphis, but how can you say that when you was believing all the fake narratives? You saying the media be lying, and you be a fool to listen to them. But what I'm saying is, how can you say that when I've been telling you that for at least a couple weeks now, and you've been arguing with me about it? I've been telling you for a couple weeks now that this case is bullshit. And you was like, what you mean? Diddy's a monster. Did you see what Big Homie CC said? You ain't no remember, you reference Big Homie CC. Yo, it's a few people that we don't reference over here. And Big Homie CC is one of them. We don't reference Jane Dale, Jaguar Wright, Big Homie CC, Tisa Tells, Adam 22, Vlad TV. They don't get referenced. They don't get no references. We don't talk about those guys, man. Cause they don't a lot of times they don't know what the fuck they talking about. Well, North Memphis, explain to me what's going on before I get off live. Cause Viral still got me confused. Viral couldn't explain it. So maybe you and Viral was saying the same thing. So explain to me what's going on. Okay, it's not about Diddy. What is it about? Is Cassie a victim? Hey, North Memphis, is Cassie a victim? What do you consider Cassie? Man, what the fuck did my paperwork? Okay. So we're on the same page. Cassie is not a victim. Man, Surviving Cassie documentary coming soon. Dying. Make sure you tap in. It's gonna be epic. If you watch the Surviving R. Kelly documentary, you do not want to miss the Surviving Cassies. It's gonna be crazy. We got the freak off tapes, man. We got the freak off tapes that the Indian dude was talking about. What was the play for the defense? Explain to me, Viral. What was the play for the defense? Please, help me understand. So you mean to tell me the defense? What is defense gonna do? Is defense gonna come into court asking for 5 years? Is Diddy defense team ready to throw him? Did they fight this hard to throw him at sentencing? Let me know, man. I don't think it got anything to do with that, North Memphis. If this is RuPaul having a sex trafficking case, I probably wouldn't even report on it. I mean, so I guess you're right. You know what I mean? If this is, you might be right about that, Rob. Right got a point. I mean, yeah, so you might got a point about that, Northman. Sunshine, what's up, baby? Yeah, see, and you know that's always my angle, Sunday best. It's this shit. It's definitely way bigger than Diddy. Like my thing was, like I said a million times, is you don't want the once the federal government see this a way they can prosecute black men, then that's what the fuck they gonna do. And you don't want them to get no motherfucking ideas. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want them to get no ideas and say, all right, so shit. If we got Diddy, who's a billionaire, we can definitely take Lil Chris down. We can take Lil Chris down like it ain't nothing. Ain't nobody even gonna say nothing. Cause we done took Diddy down, we tricked the world, made them think this was sex trafficking. Meanwhile, for 75 years, whenever you talked about sex trafficking, there was always some type of financial gain involved. Now we saying nope, there don't need to be no financial gain. You can do it for sexual gratification. We can sit in the doors, and we can still hit you with sex trafficking. That was bullshit. That was bullshit, y'all. Now the prosecution they called D-Rock because they wasn't facing that much time. And they said they probably was willing to go to jail. It wasn't about D-Rock. Like I said, this wasn't about Christine. They wasn't trying to take down Diddy in a circle. They was just trying to take down Diddy, man. This is a deliberate attack to take down Diddy. Nobody else. Yo, but make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Appreciate everybody that tapped in. We be live tomorrow before I go to work. It's another day, QG News, and I'm out.